All right, this is a super quick video of how to do the front brakes and rotors on a 2019 Ford Expedition. Now you can do it for other years, makes and models, stuff like that, but this is the basics on how I did this one. I mean, works with any car, just different set of tools and everything, but it's not a hard process, especially for the front brakes and rotors for most cars you're gonna deal with. Okay, I got everything moved around. Let me show you what I'm working on today. Actually, rotors and new pads on the Expedition, because I cleaned it last week and today it just feels weird. It still feels weird a little bit. So I'm gonna swap these out. I just cooled them off. I wiped them all down and everything. But all you're gonna need is what? You need a flathead screwdriver, 13 millimeter socket, and a 21 millimeter or 13/16. Either one will work, 21 millimeter or 13/16, and that'll get your bracket off back here. Those big bolts back there, like I said, when you're looking at the rotor right back here, those are 13/16. But I'm going to use 13/16, but I'm also going to use a 21 millimeter just because that 13/16 is hard to fit on the top. But those little bolts there at the end of your brackets, those are 13 millimeters. And what you're going to do is, before you get started, come on thing, get your screwdriver a little bit and just put it inside of the pads. Because what you're going to do is just create like a small gap. I mean, you barely pull, like a little bit like that. And what that does is it creates a little place so you can get these calipers off. When I get the calipers off, I'm going to try to hang them up there on the top. I want to hang my calipers up top because I'm going to take this whole bracket off so I can get this rotor off right here. I'm going to take the whole bracket off, get the rotor off, hang it up there. I'll show you in a second. So all I really did was just secure, my caliper back there. I just kind of used a bungee cord to wrap it around a couple of times, hang it up there, because I don't want this cord right here. You don't want that cable to get kinked in any way. You don't want it to overstretch, because once you break that line, now you got a bigger problem. You got to go get new brake lines and everything. So this is the line you're trying to protect by not letting it put too much stress on that. So hang your caliper up there. Now I can start working on my bracket bolt. Okay, so I got the brake bracket off right there. So there you go. You got your two bolts right there. Like I said, 13/16. And I'm spinning this because last time I wanted to put my hand on it. So what I do is I'll spin it. This is just me diagnosing something. I'm going to spin it and rub my hand on it. You see that? Quiet. See how quiet that is? Barely hear something. Now watch me do the back end. Watch this. Hold up. You can hear that a little more, huh? See that? Hold up. Because what I'm hearing is this right here. Like if you look at it, there's a big rust pad. You see that rust pad going around? For some reason, that's a dip in the pad. I mean, that's a dip in the rotor. Because it touches everything except that piece right there. So as I'm, stopping, that's the part that's skipping right there. Whatever that little warp is right there, that little indentation, that's what's killing me. The outside is pretty much even. Like I said, the rust is even around because that's just where I sprayed the water at. It's kind of even around it or whatever. But on this side, like I said, it's got that big pad, that big patch right there, that big brown patch. I don't know what that is, but it's causing the rotor to skip a little bit. So to actually get the rotor off, because like I said, it's just pressed on there, just get your little mallet, get you a little hammer and just... And now you can see how it's kind of loose right there. So then it just kind of comes off like this. There you go. Now the rotor's off. That's it. And here are your new ones in the box right there. So I'm going to get these on here, put everything together. Hopefully I got some new sliders in there. I don't know yet. I'll look and see if I got some hardware in there. Okay, so that's the new rotor there. And you got to remember, this thing is kind of hub-centric. What that means is it rests on a lip. There's a lip right around that wheel hub or whatever. I'm going to pull this off so I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. Let me kind of dip it down. See how and now it's resting on right on top of this. If you try to push it back, you can't push it all the way back. So you have to, because it's kind of like that. You can't push it all the way back. So you got to kind of lift it up and then slide it on. Now it's like hub-centric. It's wrapped around this whole thing even now. So you got to make sure when you're putting these on, get it to sit around that ring that sits. It's a ring that's already, welded or casted on there. Sit it on top of that ring, make it hub-centric all the way around. Now, it did give me new hardware right there. So I'm going to replace all these little clips inside of here. And they're easy to replace. You just get your screwdriver, just kind of put it back behind here and just pop it off like that. Just, wait a minute. So they all just pop off like that. and you should have 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just pop them all out with a flat head, and you should be good to go. Drop those new ones in there. You could put lubrication on them if you want to. I usually put lubrication on mine so it slides back and forth pretty easy. You don't have to. I do it anyways though. And before we go any further, I had to take the bracket off. If you're doing slotted rotors, make sure it goes up into the back. Your line has to go up into the back because this wheel is going to go this way and it has to dissipate that heat. So up into the back. Everything has to go up into the rear of the car. I almost put this thing together and I would have been pissed. Okay, so I got the brake pads on there now. So my pads are on there, my rotor's on the right way, my bracket's on there. And now I got to compress these calipers. I mean, these pistons on this caliper. So how you compress the pistons is with a piston compression tool. And because it's double and not single, that's only single, I use my little wrench right there. So I put the wrench on one side, that on another, and I'll press it down and they both go down at the same time, real slow. You don't got to do this really fast. Do it real slow because it's hydraulic pressure. I'll show you in a second. So this is how I set mine up. I put my compression tool on one side and I run that flat in that wrench back there and I got that on there. So as I'm pressing this in, both of them are going at the same time. That's how I set mine up when I got double pistons. So after I compress it, that's how they look. They're pretty much flush. So I'm gonna smack these on. I never really push them all the way down. I leave a little bit of space behind it just so I don't push all the fluid out. And if I have to, you know, finagle it to get it in there, I'll finagle it to get in there. But as you can see, is like just a little bit, it's not flush with the rubber, just a little bit above the rubber. I never push it all the way in because I don't want to really screw up the rubber gaskets. So that's about as far as that rubber boot. You can ruin that boot, and if you ruin that boot, you're gonna get fluid coming out. So I never make that thing completely touch that rubber boot there. Here you go. So everything's locked down, looks good. Calipers are on, like I said. Got those back 2 bolts on right there. You tighten up your 13/16 or 21 millimeters, whatever you want to do. Get everything nice and tight. If you want to put some bead lock on there, some Loctite, put Loctite on there, no problem. But there you go. It's all in there like that. Looks pretty good. Now time to put the wheel on and go do the other side. As you can see, these pads are Wagner's, which are lifetime pads. So what I'm going to do, because they look pretty good, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean them up a little bit and throw them back on the shelf. I'm not going to take them back to the store. I mean, these things are about 80% life, 75 to 80% life. So I'm going to clean these up pretty good, throw them back on the shelf. And, you know, when they wear down, when the ones I got on there wear down, I'll just swap out with these because, like I said, nothing's wrong with them. I think it was the rotors. I think the pads are totally fine. Okay, I'm about to test drive this thing. First thing you want to do is press the brakes all the way to the floor. Hold it for about 2 seconds. Let it up. Press it as far as you can go. Didn't go that far that second time, so we're good to go. Let's see something. Let's hit the start button while you press the brake. Let's go into the floor a little bit. Let it up. Press it back down a little bit. Let it up. All right. I'm just pumping a little bit. Pumped it about 3 or 4 times. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, let's get ready to test drive and I'm gonna see how this thing stops. All right, it's driving pretty normal. Let's see how it stops. Let's see something, because usually when I get up to about 35 miles an hour and then I hit the brakes, you can feel it kind of pumping a little bit. Let's see something. Smooth. No steering wheel shake at all. That's all it was. I'm telling you, it was them damn rotors. Them pads was looking good. I was like, man, and I sanded down those rotors the first time and it kind of made a little difference, but you know, that warp, that big indention in it, it started catching. All right, let's hit brakes again. Ooh, super smooth stop. No shakes. I'm gonna show you my hand as I drive so you can see that there's no shaking or whatever on my hand, because usually my hand will go back and forth shaking. Hold up. So there's my hand right here. See, normally when I drive, my hand, when I stop, my hand would do like this as I was stopping, because it was catching on that little part on that brake. But look at it now. Watch this. I'm gonna hit brakes right here. Stop sign coming up. Look at this. Super smooth. No, and at first it was like doing this real bad, like shit. I'm like, what the hell was that? It was like catching and skipping and missing. But now it's like super smooth right now. Super smooth. All right, watch this. All right, I'm gonna hit brakes right here kind of hard. Watch this. Absolutely nothing. Complete. I'm telling you, this, it was them rotors, man. It was them rotors. All right, watch this. Let's do it one more time. Completely. I mean, that is stopping super smooth. Like when I bought it, them rotors got warped somehow. Something happened, but it's fixed.